Thank you for coming out on Valentine's Day. I know this probably was most of the guys' ideas, because no woman ever sat down and said, "Oh, I want to be romantic tonight." Chicken and a comedian. That's not a chicken and a comedian. It's not happening. I mean, in his defense, honestly, what do you get the woman that wants everything? Diamonds. Diamonds, right? Diamonds are a woman's best friend. Diamonds are good for one thing. It's very simple. It's very, here, oh my God, take a picture. No, use your phone. Just send it to me. Just use your phone. Send it to me. Send it to me. Get the chicken. Get the chicken. That's the chicken. Now, what did you really get me? In your defense, ladies, you probably told us what you really wanted. But we weren't listening. Isn't that how most of us guys are? If we're not trying to explain everything, we're not paying any attention at all. People say we're arrogant, but we think we're better than that. So, I live in Layton. I don't tell many people anymore that I live in Layton, because I had an incident a while back where I said at a show that I live in Layton, and somebody screamed out and said, "I heard they're going to rename it Karenville." Now the ladies there from Layton, man. When I was able to get, I diffused the situation really fast. I said, listen, I got an idea. Here's what we're doing. We'll finish the show. And first thing tomorrow morning, we'll go down into town hall and we'll go talk to the city manager about it. No problem. So, as he mentioned, I do a little bit of traveling. I went home to my hometown in Billings, Montana this summer. And I got to do a show in a club that back when I was in my 21s, that we'd go to and we'd party there. And after 24 years, like, it's changed a little bit. And I go inside, wow, it's totally different. I said, yeah, this is our LGBTQ club. And I said, you mean it's the gay bar? Yeah. I was shocked. I was like, a gay bar in Montana? How did that happen? I said, I know, right? Because here's the thing you gotta understand about Montana. Montana, to get there, to be able to have that kind of club. Like up until 6 weeks ago in Montana, if you told somebody that you lived an alternative lifestyle, they thought that meant that you said the NRA was not extreme enough for you, and you were gonna join a militia and stop paying taxes. They had to re-educate people. But it was really cool. It was really cool. And I was trying to fit in. You know, 37 years of my life, I was a straight white male. And then at some point, I was finally able to marry the woman that I love. And they let me know what my sexuality is. And we all come to our sexuality, we all have our own different roads. And they told me what mine is. It's called jealous Latina woman. It'll stab you in your sleep. Just look at someone else. You know, and I wasn't born that way, but she let me know it's not a choice anymore. And we have a good marriage. I married a Mexican girl, and that's how I ended up here in Utah. And before I moved to Utah, people, they scared me all the time. They would tell my friends, "Well, you go to Utah?" I'm like, "Yeah." You don't live there, right? I'm like, yeah. Polygamous status. They do that. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Okay, honestly, I don't mind a guy with more than one wife. If any guy's got more than one wife, hey, if you met my neighbor, I wish he had a second wife. And he wouldn't have time to worry about anything that I'm doing. He'd just be able to mind all of his own business and go, hey, I got no problems, I don't want nothing else to do with it. And it's great, you know. Layton is an interesting town, though. We're a lot like Logan. We don't have a Costco, or as I like to call it, zombie training grounds. If you've ever been to Costco, you know exactly. They take all the extras for The Walking Dead, and they send them to Costco for training. It's like getting instructions, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, well, this is it. You go in, and you got to make 5 laps around the building without passing anybody. You just, by the 4th aisle, your legs start dragging. You're not getting anywhere.
Everybody
the left lane is like, must be 4 zombies in Utah. Like, oh, speed limit's 70, that means 48. I'll stay right here in front of you the whole time. I'll guide you through this. I'll walk you through this. My biggest complaint about drivers on the road right now is people with these super bright lights. Have you seen them? Like, what were they doing? Were they walking on the beach in California? And I go, Megan, a lighthouse. Just take the beacons and put them in our truck. We can see the California coastline from Cache Valley. It's not so bad when you're oncoming traffic, because you can at least put your hand up and like, it's a lot of how I do my medical practice. There's a blood parasite there, gone. But it's the people that get behind you with these lights. You know, the truck is like a shadow, a big monster truck. You're just trying to drive and see in your mirrors. I like to do my shadow puppets for them. Oh yeah. I mean, the first one you do the dog. You get the big barking dog across the road. Hopefully, okay. If that doesn't work, you get the elbow on the wheel and you do the deer. And you just kind of steer and then do the deer and hopefully, we gotta swerve it. And then you get a minute without the bright lights. And eventually, sometimes they'll pass you, and that's when I just show them the bird. If you've seen Top Gun, you know what the bird is. I can't do it for you. It's a clean comedy show tonight. We're going to be clean. We're going to be very clean. With no dirty language. You guys can do that later when you get home. Okay? And we will not talk about anything romantic. You don't want me to talk about the romantic anyways. My wife and I told me one night, she's like, hey, you don't need to tell jokes about your romance life. It's a lot like riding the city bus. How do you figure that? She goes, you get me close to where I want to go, I gotta walk the rest of the way. We will not talk about romantic things tonight. We won't talk politics either. Politics and comedy shows is not good. It's like building a wall, you know. Some people just aren't going to get over it. We won't go there. My wife and I have 6 children at home and a dog. We got the dog so we can save money on paper towels. That's just a policy in our house. You want to make excuse from the table, you let the dog lick their hands. But we're not going to be expensive. You seen the economy lately? No. My kids scare me though. Like I think a lot of times my kids, my oldest son, I think like he's trying to mess with me. I don't know if he's just trolling me or if I really need to, plan on living at home till he's 30. He asked me one day, he's like, Dad, what did you guys do before there was color? What? Yeah, all those pictures and everything's black and white. No, it's not. That was the cameras that didn't have color back then. Oh, I thought color was something new. We were in Arizona this summer. Of course, while we were in Arizona, I had to mess with my wife because we went down to Bisbee and we were close to the border and we were driving back from our hotel one day and we got stopped at a border checkpoint and my wife looks at me and said, Mom, I didn't bring my green card or my ID. And I said, it's okay, honey. If you answer their questions correctly, they'll give you a free trip home. I only have to pay for the way back. But no, we're in Arizona, and of course they sell lottery tickets in Arizona. And my son said, this is crazy. It's $260 million. He goes, Dad, have you ever won the lottery? Like one word answer. No. And my other daughter looks at me, she goes, but Dad, hold on a minute. If you won $262 million, would that pay our bills? And I get the answer, and my son looks at me and goes, Dad, what would you do if you did win the lottery? That's very simple. I can stop answering the phone and pretend to be your mom's new boyfriend. Now, we don't know where he is. We hadn't seen him in like 6 months. I made enough of that. My daughters love to take and go to the dollar store. I get my kids back. I tell them terrible dad jokes. I love it. Every time we sit down at the table, I get the same one from them, like, why don't we eat girl cows? Why don't we eat girl cows? Because we don't like mistakes. And my daughter, I'll get them again. store one night. My oldest daughter, she's finally catching up. Well, she goes, Dad, we have $2 stores near our house. I said, well, we are not going to the $2 store because I pay double for anything. You know, the same dollar store we always go to. A 5-year-old concerns me though. He'll be at a haircut. He's running down the stairs the next day. He says, Dad, I still have my haircut. I'm like, good, we'll take it back to the room. The worst gets, you know, I had a daughter one night. She wakes up at midnight. I gotta get her back to bed before we have a problem. Mom wakes up, we're in trouble. I come out at midnight. I says, sweetheart, what are you doing? She goes, oh, Daddy, I lost a tooth. Do you think the tooth fairy's gonna leave me money under my pillow? I looked at my daughter. I said, sweetheart, the tooth fairy's not going to the ATM right now. Okay? Tooth fairy's a lot like a bank. It's after 9 p.m. It's on the next business day. In fact, you might have to wait until payday. All right, thank you guys for having us out here tonight. We're going to bring up your next comedian, Mr. Derek Thompson.